I feel like your thoughts cloud your mind. You can't get a peaceful moment. You can't slow down. You can't stop chasing wins. You can't stop avoiding the losses. You are tired of the rat race. That experience is not solved by money or a soulmate. That problem is solved by removing the idea that you are just an ending. Down here, you could say we have Earth. Up here, you have the Alpha and Omega. This is Pluto. Alpha means beginning. So Alpha being beginning, Omega meaning end, and this being the last stop, the last manifestation. Because the last manifestation of the beginning, it's also a beginning in itself. Who you are, the physically manifested world. It is the Alpha Omega. These are the same. So a lot of traditions will call this God. So God, or the divine, which is Alpha Omega, manifest Earth. Earth means end, but it would also imply that it is a beginning too. Before it was a thing, the thing became real end, and then the physical manifestation. Here's the beauty of it all. It's a mirror. God is mirroring himself back to himself. You are mirroring yourself back to yourself, but what you see is God, and what God sees is man. So when God looks at himself, he sees man. When man looks at himself, man sees God. That's the pure reflection. So this is Alpha and Omega. Now, this gets brought down through your soul, which is represented by the sun. Your soul, or SOL, that is the reflection point. You are the center, the soul, the center of Alpha and Omega here, which is the infinite intelligence, and the physical manifested world in a physical body as an individual. You are the mirror reflection of both. This is where we exit the whiteboard and we talk to you. If you're in this physical body and the claim is that you are a soul and that this soul is an infusion of all power of heaven and earth, deposited in a finite form. You are carrying all power as a physical individual on earth. If we postulate that we are souls who have all power and we're in physical bodies, why doesn't it seem like we are in control of our lives? Your highest mind is connected to pleasure and intellect. Avoid playing game pleasure. Divide everything up into tiny pieces so you can understand it. This clouds judgment. This clouds judgment. You are pulled away by pleasure and thought. So the moon in astrology, a lot of people think it means the emotional state. It's not. The moon represents the inner world, the mind of the person. Pleasure and thought cloud your mind. That's what happens. So this blocks out your direct connection with who you really are, which is a soul with all power in a physical body. This section blocks your ability to perceive that. This is what's happening to you. You have blocks. So how do you overcome the blocks? You have to come back to raising awareness practices on a regular, consistent basis. Raising awareness practices is looking in yourself to see where you are avoiding pain and gaining pleasure impulsively, and where you are thinking and identifying with concepts impulsively. So when you are self-aware of all the facets of this, which is depicted and shown by astrology, that's where astrology comes in, is to find out what is your karma that you will always be pulled to, and what you'll constantly be thinking about that distracts you and clouds out your perception of who you really are, which is an infinite soul. Earth has something built into it that this doesn't. And what's built into earth is illusion. So it's the illusion of another, the illusion of an external power, the illusion of power outside of yourself. So that illusion operates as a powerful deterrent from you getting clear in your mind. This is what Kabbalah would call a tikkun, illusion that you fall for every time you incarnate on earth. And here you are getting another opportunity to overcome the illusion you have about the world outside of you. Some of you in here right now are believing that money will save you. Some of you believe that love is your savior. Some of you believe that health is your savior. Eating the right foods is your savior. Going vegan is your savior. When you believe these things are your savior, what's doing that? What's really doing that is your physical body. The soul does not say that. This is ego. So the one thing holding you back in your life that you have to overcome is you have to overcome ego. The only enemy. And it's not really an enemy. It really exists in illusion. And this is where we are. So the goal is to overcome the illusion. And by overcoming the illusion, you reveal who you really are. That's why you're here on earth in physical bodies. You believe in your feelings and impulses. You make those your God, and you make your thoughts and concepts of who you are your God. I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm this, I'm a mystic, I'm not like that, I am like that. All of those are thoughts that you are not. You're making yourself into them. This is your block. So if you're not creating a person of your dreams to come into your life, this is your block. If you are not creating wealth, this is your block. You are avoiding pain and gaining pleasure, meaning you being pulled in different directions that distract you. And you have a bunch of concepts that you are loyal to, that you won't let go of, and you are addicted to, and you have identified with. This is the only thing blocking you. So what to do about this? You here need to become self-aware. One way, and this is a long journey, by the way, you will not do this in 6 months. You won't do it in 6 months. You may be able to do it intensely in a year. Most people won't have that dedication, but you won't do this in 6 months to a year. Most likely. Most likely, it's going to take you 5 years to overcome yourself. Of consistent practice. You have to be ready to commit to this practice for the rest of your life if it requires that much. Because why? You have so much of this and this clouding your mind, locked into your body, creating looping patterns and it's been built for so long that it has a strong grip and a strong momentum. The addiction has a strong momentum. You needing to accomplish to feel enough has a strong momentum. You needing a relationship to make you feel comfortable is a strong addiction. You needing to have someone to be yours is an addiction in the mind, of the mind. So you have these strong grooves. How do you unlock and break the shackles that keep you imprisoned to this state? Remember, this is an end, but that means it's a beginning. This is the beauty of being who you are. The reason that being in a physical body is incredible is because you can let in the most light and miracles into physical form. If the whole sky is dark, the stars are seen more easily. When you come to the physical body as a soul, the place light can be revealed and appreciated is in the dark. But when you look up during the day, you can't see stars. So you can't appreciate the cosmos because the light is out. So the dark is where the light is revealed and appreciated. So here you are in the physical body. Why did you come here? Because you knew by being here, you were going to break open opportunities to reveal light. And that's what you want, is the light. And you want to experience and appreciate the light. That's why we're here in the dark. So your whole goal of life is to eliminate the ego. That's your entire goal. This is the only enemy. And it's not an enemy. It actually works for you because it makes you so miserable in your physical body that you seek a higher level. That is the benefit of having ego, is because the ego is so painful that it will make you look above it for a solution. That is the benefit of the ego. The pleasure, you moving after pleasure, going after pleasure your whole life feels empty. You avoiding pain your whole life feels exhausting. That's ego burning you out. You think that you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, a black person, a this, a that, a right wing, left wing. You think all of this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. These are destroying you. They hurt badly. They torment you in the mind. These two sides are clouding the mind. And when they are cleared, this shines through, which is the Alpha and Omega, all power of heaven and earth, meaning inside and outside, located in you. The truth of who you are becomes visible. These are those moments when you feel so much bliss, so much peace. This is when you go into a flow state. This is when nothing can stop you. This is that. So what's the issue? You are in a block of ego. It's blocking your ability to create and manifest. Because every time something comes up, you get triggered and react to the situation, which only is unconsciousness. You didn't do that. Really, you feel your identity with the mind did it, with your thoughts and your aversions and attractions. This complex did it. What do you mean it did it? Well, your mind felt associated pain with whatever it was supposed to do. And it avoids pain habitually. That's what caused you to sabotage your business and sabotage your marriage and relationship, because you associated pain with continuing on. Maybe they'll see who I really am. You associated pain with the going forward and sabotaged it. You can't help but do that. This is what's happening in your business. This is what's happening in your relationships. This is what's happening in your life. Without removing this ego, you will repeat the loop for the rest of your life. This is the issue. Now, how do you undo this? First thing first, you have to become aware this is what's happening. Anytime you feel bad, remember this. I am in my mind, avoiding pain and trying to get pleasure and caught up in my own concepts and thoughts. That's the issue. I am not the thoughts and I am not these compulsions. I am not these feelings. I am not this. I am the observer of this. That is when you rise above. Doing that on a regular, consistent basis is what frees you from your mind. Your mind it has pleasure, avoid pleasure and gain pain, or avoid pain, gain pleasure, and thoughts running it. And you are identified with it. This is the issue. So there is no other solution to your problem other than to eliminate the concept that you are an ego. That is the only issue you have. You do not need more courses. You do not need more people around you. You do not need more knowledge and information. You do not need another anything. What you need is to become aware of your unconscious mental and emotional behavior. That's what you need to do. When you become aware of your impulsive, emotional, and mental behavior by looking at your actions in the physical, you will see the condition of your mind. Clearing out the conditioning of your mind will make who you really are visible in your physical life. That is when you start to feel bliss, feel peace, feel at ease, feel whole, feel complete, feel it now rather than later. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? This is the game. You don't need anything else. There's nothing else that can save you from yourself except to rise above the part of you that thinks it's a self. This is an ego. It's concerned with its self. Listen to that, what that sounds like. It's self. It's a it, which is really you, but it's using you to create a concept of itself. Now you believe you are all the qualities you were raised with or born with or keep doing. That is not who you are. You are not the sum total of your current habits. Those are mental compulsions, not you. Those are mental compulsions and cycles, but those are not you. If you react to them as if it's you, oh my God, look what I did again. Or I cannot believe this is happening to me. When you take it in and take it personally, you create more of it. Is this making sense? So this is the game. This is our goal. This is what we come here to do, is we come here to show what is it really like. What is it really like? This is the game. You play the game right between the lines. You already are a soul, Alpha, Omega, all there is. This is already true. What it is to do now is to reveal this truth at the physical level. That's what you're here for. Thank you for the love. How do you do that? Get rid of the ego. It's keeping your kids repeating your cycles. It's keeping you the same. It's keeping you doing the same things. You keep running away from the fear of loss of love. Think about that. I don't want to lose love, so I'm going to sabotage it and get rid of love because I'm going to mess it up anyway. Just think about that. That's a habit. Oh, I just really love family. I love being around family and taking care of people and giving myself sacrificially to everybody. You drain yourself. You don't feel uplifted. You feel drained more and every day. Maybe this is a habit.